Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a super cool video for you about you and your body, because it's all you. It's all me, it's all us. And I hope that this, well, I know that this will help you get your mind in the right spot, which is that you are in charge. You're in charge, you have all the control. You are the one that is programming and operating and telling your body what to do, even if you don't know it yet, even if you aren't recognizing it, and even if it doesn't seem like it, right? Okay, so make sure you are subscribed so that you get notifications of all my videos. I'm having so much fun doing those little short videos, and basically decided that YouTube is my favorite place in the world, and so this is where I'm going to be the most. So you guys know I talk about health. I talk about plants, talk about all the vegetables, all the fruits, and we need to eat those things because we're human, and that's what our bodies are designed to run off with the most ease and efficiency, okay? But I'm also super into creation, into manifesting, into reality creation, quantum physics, everything. Like, I am so into it, and I do it, and I live it, and I apply it. And I really like to talk about it in terms of health and in terms of our bodies, because I really don't see a lot of people doing this, and it's everything. Food is everything, but so is this, and you put them together and you're golden. Like, you can do anything, literally anything. You can create anything that you want. So the first thing is that, you know, the Neville Goddard saying that everybody knows, which is everyone is you pushed out. Well, for a long time now, I've been wanting to do this video for my channel that is called You Pushed Your Body Out because you did. You pushed your body out. So what am I even talking about? Well, you guys know when you're talking about creating your own reality, it starts in our mind, right? It's our subconscious beliefs. It's what we are programmed to be, and that's what is happening every single day of our lives. So the same thing applies to your body as when you are talking about it with people in your life, right? So like, you push out your partner, you push out your lack of your partner, you push out your friends, how you're treated, how people respond to you. Like, it's all coming back to who you believe that you are, right? It's who you believe that you are in terms of your worthiness, deservingness, your concept of yourself in a certain area, right? So I have played with this a few times with my husband, and it is on point, let me tell you. So he will do things that I imagine him to do, and it's just a reflection, right? So when you want to think about your health and your body, I'm never going to say that our food doesn't matter, because it does, but why not play with the most powerful things that we have, which are how we think and feel, and then take the actions that are aligned with the human part of ourselves, which is that we are physical. We have digestive systems, we have livers, we have adrenal glands, we have a body that needs to be clean and clear and cleansing itself inside and out. And so let's just do that, okay, and take care of ourselves and eat from a place of love and self-respect, and owning that we are taking care of ourselves and our bodies versus just like eating whatever that man makes with a bunch of crap in it, okay? So you push your body out. What does this mean? Well, your body is energy, and it's made of cells. It's made, I can't even really see myself in this video because the sun is so bright, but I wanted to sit in the light. Your body is made of trillions of cells. And you basically are directing this orchestra of cells that make up your body and that make up the systems of your body and the areas of your body, the organs of your body, and how they operate. So this can be bad and good, right? Because on the one hand, we don't we don't know like how our intestine pulls nutrients out of foods every time we eat, but we assume that it does, right? We just assume that when we eat something, it's going to be broken down and taken care of. And part of this is a problem because we assume that our bodies just can handle anything, but we are not garbage disposals, you guys. Like, you need to understand your body is your friend and it has all these things to do for you every day, and you need to give it the good stuff. But did you hear what I just said? Like, it's an assumption. And that's what Neville talks about all the time. An assumption is something that you have just believed enough to make it like a fact in your reality. And so it has to be that way. So there's a lot of power that we can take back, which is why I teach what I teach on my channel about knowing our bodies and knowing food and knowing how to push the buttons inside with how we eat and how we don't eat and how we take care of ourselves in our lifestyle and all these things. But on the other side of it is we are believing and thinking things, and our cells, like, think of it at the cellular level, one cell. It's just like an accumulation of multiples and multiples of cells that are following your command, the commands of your mind, the commands that have been saturated and ingrained in your subconscious, and the thoughts that you're thinking every day, which are coming from your subconscious. Your body doesn't have an option, okay? Your body doesn't have an option of what to show up as or show up like until you work on this and understand this. So think about somebody that wants to go on a diet, right, and get a little bit healthier. Well, that you don't just like wake up one day and just start eating apples when you used to eat like a Cool Whip Starbucks drink the first thing in the day, right? Before you took that action of eating an apple or going to the store or buying an apple or Instacart ordering apples, you had to think a new thought that said, I don't really feel so good. I think I want to be healthier. I'm going to take new steps. I'm going to take new actions, right? So it always is starting with our mind. It's starting with our thoughts. It's starting with an urge, a calling, a download, a craving, or something like that to change something. And so this is where we start with everything when you want to understand like what your body is showing you. It's your mind. Your body is showing you what you believe right now. So if you want to change it, you have to change what you believe. And you have to change what you believe about yourself having this new body, this new look, this new appearance, this new weight loss, this new version of you that doesn't have symptoms, right? So every time that you think thoughts, your cells are like, okay. What do people like Bruce Lipton always teach? That like our cells are consciousness. Like all we are is awareness. We are aware that we are in this body, and it's our imagination, right? It's our minds that are creating. And so think of one cell and then all your trillions of cells together as a malleable mass that are following the command that you are leading it to every single day by what you're thinking. So if you're thinking it's so hard to be healthy, then your cells are like, okay. And your actions are going to come from a place of it's hard to be healthy. So you're going to, I know you're going to talk to friends that also think that it's hard to be healthy, or you're going to make it really hard for you to understand like simple grocery shopping and meal planning, or like the idea of cooking something healthy at home is like, oh my gosh, that's so hard, even though it doesn't have to be. Like, that's your optional perspective. So it's all led there. And then from your thoughts, you're going to feel a certain way, right? So if you think like it's hard to be healthy or it's hard to lose weight, then all of your cells are like, okay. And so it's like each of these thought and belief patterns is an overlay. So imagine like you're this when people say like your natural state is abundance, your natural state is health, this is what they mean. Like if we didn't have any limitations on us, we would naturally rise up and out of being weighed down with limitations that come from our mind, which we just learn from the world or school or our parents or our families or our friends or just commercials on TV. So like somewhere out there you get an idea like it's hard to lose weight. Well, who knows where you got it? It doesn't really matter. Like maybe your mom said that or your neighbors or whatever. But it's like then once you buy into that, you give your power to that, it becomes like this veil, this overlay with like teeny tiny holes, and then like your whole being, your whole body can't express itself but to that limitation, okay? So you could get healthy, but it would be really hard because that's your belief. So you have to move through it in that manner. So your body's just responding to you, okay? So for example, like with fertility stuff, for years, I never had my period, right? And I always thought, oh my God, it's gonna like be really hard to have a baby. And so it was, right? And then there's like the physical side of like, well, you kind of need an egg to get fertilized to get pregnant. But just from that idea form being part of me, that expressed itself. Like my body pushed out fear of pregnancy, fear of getting pregnant, fear that it would be hard. What happened? I went through 8 years of IVF and it was really hard and I didn't like it at all. It was a lot of scariness, right? That my fears came true because I didn't look at them and I didn't address them. So my body had no choice but to do that, to show me what I thought, to show me what I actually believed, right? So how did I happen to have my own baby naturally then? Well, I had to change my mind, right? I couldn't have been in that same state of being in relationship to having a baby, in relationship to fertility, and pushed out a body that got pregnant naturally, right? It's different. They're different versions of me. There's a version of me that was like, oh my gosh, having a baby is so hard and complicated. I have no idea how to do this. I don't know how my body works. I don't know what fertility is or requires internally. I don't know, and I need reproductive endocrinologists of the highest level, and I need a lot of hormones and drugs, even though I didn't want them. I have to do this. It's the only way. That's what they told me, and so I believed it, and so it became my only way until my body's like, no, and maybe my soul was like, this was your plan, I don't know, to tell other people and other women and to bring Dash into the world. And then I learned, because it wasn't working anyways, so I had to change what I believed, and I changed who I became. But the first step was like I had to realize that I was believing in difficulty. I was believing I couldn't do it, or I was believing that it was really hard. And there was a small part of me, which is I think the part of me that has led me to this place today, that was like, whatever, I'm going to show you I can do whatever I want. And so that's where I went to, I'm going to understand this. I am going to figure this out, which is the theme of my life when it comes to my coaching programs. If you've noticed, like my Trust Your Gut course, I'm going to teach you for sure how your digestive system works so you are not scared and you can get the results that you want. Nothing is scary. My Tip the Scale sessions, which just started, you can still join. If you want to lose weight, it feels hard, it feels scary, it feels complicated, it feels like I don't know what's happening. Well, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on in your body, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do with your thoughts and your beliefs, and then it will be what you want, right? Same thing with my Baby Body Ready program, which I haven't launched yet, but I do one-to-one coaching. If you want to understand your body and be able to get it ready to be to naturally get pregnant or to use fertility methods, but know what's happening and get yourself to a feeling good place and not basically like have what happened to me happen to you with a lot of like hormone issues and adrenal issues. So you get to yourself to a smart knowing place of like, I know this. This is what my body runs from. Runs off of. That's what I mean from food. This is what my body needs. This is how my body works. Okay. Well, we can understand all of that from a physical place and feel empowered around it. And we also want to know, is there anything else going on? Because if you had to look at only eating a plant-based diet, let's say, even it's all healthy, it's all good, it is what the body wants, it is a match. But then your mind was like, no matter what I do, nothing works. Well, what's going to happen? Your food is not going to trump that thought. So you have to know that you pushed your body out. So it might look like your actions pushed your body out, but your thoughts pushed your body out that led you to those actions that pushed your body out. Does that make sense? So I had to become a person who was willing to see things differently and was willing to believe that I could heal everything and anything, even though I didn't know what the problems were at the time. But I did learn. And now it's so almost funny. Like, I can't even imagine saying to myself, like, I have no idea how to get pregnant. Like, it's out of my hands. I'm like, it is not. It is in my hands. It's in my mind. It's in my body. I know. Like, it's easy. It's easy. And no one can tell you anything that says you can't. They can, but it doesn't matter unless you believe them. It doesn't matter. You can like brush it away and be like, oh, you're too old. No, I'm not. So you aren't. So your body's like, oh, I'm fertile. It doesn't matter. I'm 42. It doesn't matter unless you say that it matters. So your body's going to say yes to whatever you say. This is why people say you create all the rules. So why do you want to make hard rules? Well, I don't believe in making hard rules. I just believe in things that are true to my human beingness, my human body getting what it needs as well. So I'm not going to frivolously eat things. I'm not going to eat fast food. I'm not going to eat a bunch of oils. I'm not going to overconsume like animal products. I'm not going to consume foods that are poorly sourced. I'm not going to consume antibiotics and hormones. Like I'm going to eat things that my actual physical human body wants and needs and thrives from, because that does create a feeling as well. And so then I'm very empowered around my body and my health. But it is all me, right? It was my job to learn and to know, and I get it. Like, that's why I have a channel, you guys, because it's like so freaking hard to figure out, how do I work my body? Like, what is happening? Like, if I have acne, what do I do? If I have weight that I want to lose, what do I do? So like, all I'm doing right now is like going through all the things that have happened to me and making little courses about them, so that anyone that finds my videos or my channel can be like, oh, that's it. I want to make it not scary. I want to make it so you know. And I want you to also know that your mind is the most powerful thing that you have. So the way that I think that I hack the system a bit is that I put my mind into the belief of that this is how the food influences my body, and so it just works. And I don't question it, right? It's like I know it in my soul. Like, it just makes sense. Like the stuff about how if you want to lose weight, it's mostly about your liver, you guys. Like, it's not that complicated, and we don't need to overanalyze everything. We just need to clean our bodies out. And if you want to heal your gut, like a huge piece of it is like your digestive system is like a mess, and it's unorganized, and it's like irritated inside. So we have to soothe the lining. We have to clean up the way that you eat, and we have to calm things down. We have to get it back into flow. We have to make it easier for the body to get nutrients than you currently are doing, right? And if you want to have a baby, it's about, again, your liver. It's about the energy in your adrenals and everything in all of those categories, and any other health condition. It's also about your beliefs. It's always also about your beliefs. So I want you to get results. So that's why what we do in coaching is we work on the actual food, you understanding, why is this health condition in existence? How did it get pushed out through physical matter? Like in relationship to the way that I take care of myself, or not so much, way the foods that are being putting in or not, what needs to be edited and cleaned up and cleared there. And then what do I think about this? What is my relationship to me having a baby? What is my relationship to me losing weight? What is my relationship to me having a healthy gut? What do I think about this? And if anything else is there, then we address that and we can bring it back to the truth, which is your body knows what to do. Your body's always on your side. Your body's always doing its very, very best to work with what you're giving it. And what you're giving it is the instructions through your beliefs and the actual ingredients you eat, consume, and apply to your body over and over, okay? So that's all there is. That's the only things, those are the only things that matter when it comes to changing your body, your health, anything physical. It's inside out, okay? So you pushed your body out. So do you like it or no? And what do you want to do about it is the question, okay? So if you're interested in any of my courses that I mentioned, you can jump on my website. I'll link it in the drop-down box below. Or you can reach out to me about one-to-one coaching. I have a couple packages there. And